All right, good morning. Good morning. All right, I'm Jermaine McCaskill. I serve as the 9th grade principal at Southwind High School. This is our 9th grade counselor, Stephen Freeman. And we're very happy to be here this morning, and we thank you for this opportunity. As a matter of fact, this is something that he and I talked about in our meetings, that we did want to go to our feeder schools and have that conversation with our upcoming freshmen, especially those of you who will be attending Southwind High School, and we hope you will be attending Southwind. Let me see a show of hands again. How many will be attending Southwind High School? All right. We look forward to having you at Jag Nation, and I dare to say the best high school in Shelby County. Now, with that being said, there's 3 things I want to focus on. I don't want to be long because I know we have a speaker. 3 things I want to focus on. We have a proud tradition of academic excellence. And one thing I want to tell you that Mr. Freeman and I have been talking about recently, and just a moment of transparency so you know how important this is. Currently, we have 419 freshmen at Southwind High School. Of that 419, we currently have about 183 on track to repeat the 9th grade. Yeah. Now, why am I saying that? I had some freshmen that come up to me and say, well, Mr. McCaskill, if I don't do this now, I have 10th grade year, I have my 11th grade year to make it up. And I want to make sure I'm perfectly clear, it doesn't work that way. 9th grade is a very important year for you for a number of reasons. One, you are coming to a new school where you have to make some adjustments. Secondly, your cumulative GPA that will help you either get a scholarship or not. As one of our students told you, she have a full ride to North Carolina A&T. That's because of her academic work. And if you come your freshman year and you don't take advantage of the opportunities afforded to you, you're going to dig yourself in a hole. So we want to make sure that our message is clear that when you come as a freshman, you have to start off from the door doing what you need to do academically. With that being said, we do have a tradition of academic excellence. We have teachers who stay after school for after-school tutoring. We have a number of things in place to give our students incentives for doing great work. We have a number of clubs such as 100 Leading Gentlemen, 100 Leading Ladies. We have a lot of vocational clubs. We have a business communications. We have a TV station in our school. We have a choir, STEM, and a number of other programs that people will be in your interest. In addition to that, we want to talk about behavior. Mr. Freeman and I, we have fun with our students. We want the school experience to be fun, but we also have high expectations. The expectations are that you come dressed appropriately. I know you talk about dress code here. The same thing we're going in high school. That you respect yourself and that you respect others, but more importantly, you respect your teachers, and that you put your best effort forth every day. Those are some of the things that we want you to do at Southwind. But in addition to that, as I said, you will have a great experience. We have a number of opportunities for you to participate in extracurricular activities, be it sports or the vocational clubs that I've already mentioned. And I'm going to yield to Mr. Freeman. He may have something that he want to add and talk a little bit more about the credits and those things.
I don't need that. I'll talk loud. So get used, for those of you that are coming to Southwind High School, get used to this voice. You would hear it often. You would hear it in the hallways. You would hear it with me coming inside your classrooms. I speak loudly. And when I speak, I want to be heard. Now, when you come in Southwind as a 9th grader, one thing is different from when you walk inside these walls of Hickory Ridge Middle. It's more structured in middle school. When you get to high school, you have a little bit more freedom. That's why Mr. McCaskill stated what he stated about we have 183 students that's possibly on track of failing 1 or more courses because they allowed that freedom to get the best of them. You don't have a lot of teachers administrators in the hallways ushering you to class like you do in middle school. You have more open space. Individuals want to hide in the bathroom. They want to hide in this corner. They don't want to go to class because there's freedom. You don't have anyone realistically pressuring you to get inside a classroom like you have in middle school. So you can get caught up in the environment because you see upperclassmen doing it. You got friends that are doing it. And when you get to high school, you see a lot of kids start to lose that foundation that has been established since elementary school. When you walk inside the halls of a high school, you have to keep that foundation strong because you can get caught up in everything that's going on. You will have some teachers that you don't like you do now. You have some kids in your classrooms that you don't like you do now. But the reality of it is, this is your education. No one can take that from you. You take it from yourself. Pardon my dress. I didn't realize it was going to be that professional. I do coach basketball at Southwind as well, so I'm kind of in my coaching mode because first impression is always important to me. And we don't know you. So the only first impression we're really going to get from you was when you walk through those doors, when you sit in that classroom, how you listen to your teachers. Point blank. You see what this gentleman just doing right here? How he's trying to make a particular young lady sit up in her seat to pay attention. We pay attention to small things like that. Because if you're not going to be interested in hearing what we have to say to prepare you for what is in store for you for the next 4 years, that means you'll be in that classroom being a disruption. You're getting free information to help you be prepared when you come into high school. Your 9th grade year is your most important year. And we are seeing a lot of 9th graders now that are suffering from not taking that to heart because they think they can catch up their 10th, 11th, and 12th grade year. It's hard. When you come inside any high school, which we would like you to come to Southwind, your classes are so important your 9th grade year because when you start talking about scholarships, you want to compete with class rank. All that matters. If you want to sit here and be a CD student your 9th grade year, but you want to strive for a 4.0, that means your 10th, 11th, and 12th grade year, you really don't have the opportunity to take fluff classes. What I mean by that is classes that really do not do too much to your GPA because you took care of your business your first several years of high school. Like Yaya probably have 3, possibly 4 main courses, core courses that you have to have as a senior. She also is able to leave campus and take courses at Southwest right here on Shelby Drive, earning college credits. She also has study hall. So at times where she's not in study hall, she's coming to the counseling office helping us out. Why? Because she did what she was supposed to do when she stepped inside of high school. Now, how you start determines how you finish. If you start doing what you're supposed to do, that means you're going to finish the way you want to finish. If you come inside the high school doors, walking around them high school halls, you're playing around, that means your senior year is going to be tough. Where you don't have any window to do anything but go to class. So you got a lot of time to kind of get adjusted. We walk the halls faithfully. We work hand in hand. I don't do anything without him knowing. Even though he's the admin, whatever he does, he also lets me know. Because the 9th grade is ours. So we make sure whenever 9th grade has something going on, it's taken care of. And our 9th grade group is going to be successful. Because our thing is, the 9th grade is the best grade in high school. But we also have a lot of fun. You see us in the hallways, we're laughing with you, We're joking with you, but we are about business. This year we started something. Well, Mr. McCaskill started something that we really didn't have. We started a 9th grade celebration. We do it every quarter to honor those who come inside the building doing what they're supposed to do. You get certificates, you get recognized. Parents come out to see you doing things that you're supposed to do. So I want you to be prepared to have these next 4 years probably the best 4 years you're going to have outside of college. But come in with the mindset that you're going to do what you are supposed to do. If not, you're going to have some different conversation between myself and this gentleman that might not be pleasant, because we are zero tolerance. Any questions? Yeah, dress code.
She said about no, we don't wear uniforms.
No.
We don't wear uniforms at Southwind, okay? But we do expect you, for example, I know there's a popular thing wearing jeans, ripped jeans. Ripped jeans are okay as long as you have some type of leggings or something covering the skin. But we don't, but if you don't have that, you're not allowed to wear ripped jeans that are ripped above the knee, okay? But we don't wear uniforms. You're allowed to dress as you would like, but as long as it's appropriate for school. No midriff showing, no chest, no thighs or anything like that showing, okay?
No flip-flops.
No flip-flops.
Tennis shoes. No house shoes. No pajama pants. Ladies, no leggings, no tights, no yoga pants. You going home. I'm just being honest. So you might want to wear that, and what they'll do, it's not done in a negative way. We'll allow you the opportunity to call someone up to bring you some clothes. If they cannot, you're going to spend probably the rest of the day in ISS. If you become a repeat offender, you're going to start getting days out of school or multiple days in school suspension. Because we don't want your dress code to be a distraction in the classroom. Boys, no do-rags. You can have on a hoodie, but it can't be on your head.
And let me say this, especially to the parents who are present. We're working with our district on something called Freshman Focus. Southwind is not a pilot for that program, but we are looking at the data. And one of the things we're looking at, and there's some trend data to support this, 9th graders, these current 8th graders, whether they are high-performing students, low-performing students in the middle, doesn't really matter. The data is telling us that when they get to high school, all those numbers go down. Like I said, it doesn't matter if it's the high-performing student or not. The grades go down. We're looking at attendance. That number starts to go down. And so I really want to hone in to the parents who are here that their freshman year of high school is very important that you stay on top of your child, especially as it relates to academics and attendance. Because as I said, there are 4 high schools, and I can't recall off the top of my head which 4 high schools they are piloting the program here in Memphis. But it started out of Chicago where they had a graduation rate citywide of 46%. When they started focusing on the freshman cohort, looking at grades and looking at attendance, their graduation rate went up to about 79%. And if you know the things that are going on in Chicago, that's pretty good. And so they brought that program here to Shelby County where they're doing a pilot in 4 high schools. Unfortunately, Southwind was not one of those high schools, but I am still working with the lady who's in charge of that program because I want to know what those numbers are and see can we implement some of those strategies still at Southwind. But again, the data is telling us that all those students, their grades for whatever reason dropped their freshman year. And so we really implore you to stay on top of your children, check backpacks, making sure that they're getting things done that they need to get done to be successful. Because as Mr. Freeman said, 9th grade is a very important year, especially setting the tone to how you finish. Any questions from parents regarding any issues? Any other questions? Yes, ma'am. We're working on that now. As a matter of fact, we're going to have a situation where we was talking about where a kid can shadow one of our current freshman students. We're also going to have a program where they can come and we'll have some of our students do some performances for them and give them a tour of the building. Yes, ma'am.
I have a question here about dual enrollment. Y'all offer dual enrollment?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. We offer dual enrollment. Good question.
We're gonna have a high school day anyway, so when we have our high school day, we're gonna invite them back over, and we'll have a panel up here where each school will talk, and then you will be allowed to go into the gymnasium and ask questions from those various schools. Hope that you guys took what they said to you heart. Those you that's planning on transition from high school to college, same way. No one in college is gonna come knock on your door though, hey, get up and go to class. Nobody's gonna come hold your hand, because they expect you already to know and have that foundation. Next, we're gonna have a solo song selection by Miss Pittman.